No matter how well you have done your nails, the time always comes for you to remove them. I have put timestamps because I value your time, and please click the correct timestamp to the manicure that you are removing, whether that's nail polish, nail extension like polygel, or gel X nails. First up is nail polish. Let's say you've painted your nails with nail polish, but now it's time to remove that nail polish. Nail polish is great because you don't need 100% acetone to remove it. You can use more of a nourishing nail polish remover, which is usually not as drying as 100% acetone, because acetone can be very drying to your nail plate and your skin. Hence, that's why it looks white if you've ever used it to remove your nail polish, because it dries out your skin. But with nail polish, you could just take a cotton ball, break your cotton ball up into however many pieces. I try to get as many pieces out of the cotton ball as possible. I try to get 5 pieces out, but you could just unroll it and then pull until you have 5 pieces, and you could soak the cotton ball with your nourishing nail polish remover, wrap it around your nail, and I would suggest you could just go back and forth depending on how many layers of nail polish you have on your nails. Usually if you only have 1 or 2, you could just rub it off like this, but I suggest getting a nail soaky and soaking it for about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. And you can get one of these silicone nail soakies or a clip-on nail soakies. They're both available at Dollar Tree, or you could use good old tinfoil, but I tend not to use tinfoil because they always get cut because it's kind of sharp metal. So I just get designated nail soakies. You've waited a good 3, 4, 5 minutes. You just try to hold firmly and pull the nail soaky up, and usually the nail polish is pretty removed. The benefits of using a nail soaky and not just kind of going back and forth: if you're wearing a very staining color like red, you don't want to rub that red pigment into your nail plate. It's best to just rub as less as possible. You just go like this. And after you've removed your nail polish, I suggest washing your hands just to get the residue of maybe the nail polish remover off. Personally, I don't like that to stay on my nails and on my skin. And after I wash my hands, I usually apply a cuticle oil. And that's how you remove nail polish. But what if you've sponged on glitter? Well, I suggest if you sponge on glitter, not to use a nourishing nail polish remover because it's not as strong as 100%. So you're gonna probably want to use 100% acetone to remove that glitter and soak it for a little longer, because glitter is hard to get off. So I would just skip using the nourishing nail polish removers or the low acetone nail polish removers because it's just gonna take too long, and odds are it probably never will come off. So I would suggest using a 100% acetone remover for those nail polishes. Let's say you've done a beautiful gel nail polish manicure, but it's time to remove it because you want to switch it up. Removing gel polish is a little bit different than removing just original nail polish. First things first, with gel polish, you're going to want to file the gel polish before you put the nail soaky on. You really want to rough up that top surface of the gel polish so the nail polish remover can really soak into your nails and remove the gel polish. So you're going to want to file that off, but make sure you don't file too much and hit your natural nail. You could also use an e-file to do this too, or you could just use a hand file. They're a little more easier to come by because you can just pick up a hand file at Walmart or Dollar Tree. Just make sure that the hand file isn't super coarse, because if you're removing gel polish off your natural nails, you don't need a super coarse one. Odds are these super coarse hand files that are at Dollar Tree, some of them are super coarse. You don't need those. Those are for artificial nails. But if you just are removing gel polish off of your nail plates, you could just use 100/180 grit file and just file that top surface. Then you're gonna apply your cotton ball and your nail soaky, but you're gonna have to make sure that you use 100% acetone nail polish remover, because that is the only thing that's going to remove gel, because gel polish doesn't come off as easy as nail polish. So you're not gonna be able to use one of those nourishing nail polish removers. So you're gonna have to use 100% acetone and wait a little longer. You're gonna have to put your nail soakies on and wait 10 minutes. Then you're gonna take your nail soaky off and take a cuticle wooden stick and just lightly push off the gel, and it should flake away. But if it doesn't flake away, put your nail soakies back on and re-soak. Do not force the gel polish off of your nail plate because you could damage your nail plate, and you don't want to do that. So I would suggest maybe sitting down and maybe watching a movie and keeping your mind off of it, because gel polish does take longer to soak off than nail polish. But I would suggest maybe every 10 or 15 minutes checking your gel polish and maybe flaking some of it away, and then reapplying the cotton ball and the soaky, and then also maybe reapplying more acetone to the cotton ball if the cotton ball's dried out. So you want to make sure that your cotton ball is good and moist so that it will remove your gel polish. And I have found that it is important to use cotton balls. You can use towels or a lint-free pad or toilet paper, but I've just found that it's just better just to use a cotton ball. The cotton ball really holds on to the nail polish remover and helps it not to evaporate super quickly. So I suggest if you're removing nail polish, gel polish, or anything, always have cotton balls on hand. You could use toilet paper and paper towels, but cotton balls work the best. After you've removed your gel polish, I usually wash my hands, of course, because I don't like the nail polish remover peel on my hand. And then I usually do nail care right after, which involves applying a cuticle oil. And I do like the Sashi Pushy cuticle oil from Dollar Tree. It doesn't have any parabens in it and it's pretty natural. Alright, let's say that you've done a Gel X manicure, but it's time to remove it. First things first, when you go to remove your Gel X nails, I'm guessing they're going to be pretty long. I don't know, maybe you did short Gel X nails and you don't need to do this step, but usually when I do Gel X nails, I do long nails. So what I usually do is I clip with a nail clipper the excess length, but make sure you look underneath so you're not hitting into your natural nail that's probably grown out. Natural nail plate, of course, will move down because it will grow out. So make sure you look underneath, and when you go to cut off the excess Gel X length, you're not cutting your natural nail because that will put way too much pressure on your natural nail. After I cut off the length, I usually file it. Again, you could use an e-file or a hand file, and you want to file that surface so that the nail polish remover can soak in. Of course, you don't want to file too much, but usually with Gel X nails, it's kind of hard to file too much because there's a plastic nail and underneath that it's gel cured base coat. So I usually don't worry about it too much, but you just don't want to hit your skin or natural nail. After you're done with filing, you're just going to apply your cotton ball with 100% acetone nail polish remover. I usually use 100% acetone remover to remove Gel X nails. I don't find the nourishing nail polish removers to work, so I use 100% acetone and I soak my nails, and then every 10 minutes I look and I flake it off. Basically the same as if you were removing gel polish. Alright, so you've done polygel nails, but now you're ready to take them off. So if you have long polygel nail extensions, cut off the excess length with your nail clipper to make sure you check underneath, and then you file the top surface. But I would suggest being very careful because polygel is very soft and it's very easy to file through, so it's very easy to file too much and hit your natural nail. So be careful. I have personally done this. I've worn very neutral shades of polygel nail extensions where I couldn't tell where the polygel ended and my nail plate started, so I would file through, and I literally filed through with a hand file, not even just an e-file. I've done both actually, but kind of mows through that polygel. So be careful because polygel is rather soft, so when you go to remove it, don't hit your natural nail plate. After you file it, just like gel polish, you soak it off with 100% acetone nail polish remover. Only 100% acetone can soak off polygel. The nourishing nail polish or the low acetones do not work to remove polygel. So you have to use 100% acetone nail polish remover. And I would check it every 10 minutes and it usually flakes away, but it does, I would say, take a while. So I have a whole video, and I'll link it up here in this I button, on how to remove polygel even faster. It's the sandwich bag method where you engulf your hand in hot water, and it's just fun. Yeah, I'll link it up here and you can watch that if you want to remove your polygel faster, because just soaking them in nail soakers with acetone does take a while. So I suggest watching this video that I made a little while ago. Now you have successfully removed your manicure. What do you do next? Nail care. You always do nail care after you remove your nail. It's a very good habit and it helps ensure you continue to have healthy nail plates. So please click right here for the next episode in this series all about tips and tricks on how to do nail care at home affordably. And remember, ascenders, our dreams will send to the highest peak. Love ya. I'll see you in my next video. Be out.